What's up, everyone, and welcome back to Movie Raised.
If you're anything like me, you've binge-watched Wednesday in a day, and now you're patiently waiting for the second season. Sadly, it will take over a year for Netflix to drop the second installment of the series, and that's why you are in need of a new similar show. We took our time to give you 10 shows to watch next, from Riverdale to Legacies and even Fate, the Winx Saga. Here are all 10 shows you must watch if you like the most recent adaptation of the Addams Family. Let's start off with Buffy the Vampire Slayer. As you already know, Wednesday attended Nevermore, a school open to different kinds of species, including vampires. If you enjoy vampire stories, Buffy the Vampire Slayer is a must-watch. The show is an adaptation of the 1992 film of the same name and features the most incredible cast ensemble. It focuses on Buffy Summers, portrayed by Sarah Michelle Gellar, a high school girl who happens to be a member of a group of women known as Vampire Slayers. Trying to run away from her past and turn a new page in her life, Buffy moves to Sunnydale, California with her mother. She then falls in love with a young man named Angel, played by David Boreanaz. Buffy later discovers that Angel is, in fact, a vampire, and this is when her life takes a wild turn. If you're still unsure whether to watch the series, maybe the fact that the show was nominated for 14 Emmys during its run will help you decide. Now let's move on to a more recent show, shall we? Fate, the Winx Saga. Okay, this is actually a painful subject for me because, as I mentioned in our previous videos, I am still mad at Netflix for canceling this masterpiece. Also, I am still waiting for a valid explanation about why Netflix did this to us. Fate, the Winx Saga focused on Bloom and her fairies fellas. Just like Wednesday, Bloom is sent to a new school. The school she goes to is a magical one that teaches fairies how to use and control their powers. When Bloom arrives at the school, she meets a roommate named Stella, a light fairy. The first season of the show received a lot of negative reviews, but its follow-up saved the series, at least according to me, and fans all over the world are still wondering why the show wasn't given another season when it really deserved to go beyond season 2. Have you guys seen Fate, the Winx Saga yet? What did you think of it? Another must-watch if you liked Wednesday is a show that took the world by storm, The Umbrella Academy. As one of my favorite series, I just had to include The Umbrella Academy on this list. Although the series shares a lot of similarities with Wednesday, The Umbrella Academy is more of a superhero project, unlike Wednesday, which focuses more on the horror vibe. This show is set in a world where 43 women around the world give birth at the exact same time. The thing is, they weren't even pregnant to begin with. 7 of the babies are adopted by Sir Reginald Hargreaves, played by Colm Feore. All of these children have different supernatural powers, and just like the 2 previous characters, they all attend a school in which they learn how to use and control these powers. The show begins with the father dying, and all of the siblings who were estranged are brought back together because of the sad news. When the siblings gather together, one of them says that they must team up in order to stop the end of the world. But it's not as simple as it sounds, and the siblings have to deal with a lot of struggles before they can actually save the world. This show is much like Wednesday, except for the fact that here you have 43 Wednesdays. The next series we have on the list is the very intense Riverdale. I know, Riverdale is not what it was, as the story is now really difficult to follow, but Riverdale was a hit back in the day, we can't deny that. The series focuses on a group of high school kids who are often involved in murder mysteries as Betty, the one with detective abilities, tries to solve these mysteries. The fan favorite gang has dealt with demons, witches, monsters, and of course, the fact that teen love is the most complicated one. This drama has an amazing cast ensemble starring Lily Reinhart, Cole Sprouse, Camila Mendez, KJ Apa, Madeleine Petsch, and Vanessa Morgan. What do you guys think of the latest season of Riverdale? Let us know before we move on to the chilling adventures of Sabrina. Just another show with great potential that was canceled by Netflix. Netflix canceled Chilling Adventures of Sabrina in July 2020. They later revealed that the show was canceled because of the pandemic. Anyway, Sabrina is based on the Sabrina the Teenage Witch comics, and it focuses on a half-witch, played by the incredibly talented Kieran Shipka, as she attends the Academy of Unseen Arts, another supernatural school like Nevermore Academy. Unlike these TV shows, Pretty Little Liars does not feature a supernatural school, but it does feature a lot of drama. Per a report by Netflix, you need to smash that like button if you haven't done it already. Okay, seriously. Pretty Little Liars premiered in 2010, and ever since we've been obsessing with the mysterious figure that goes by the letter A. This person terrorized the girls for years as we were all coming up with different theories of who this person might be. Pretty Little Liars was a huge hit with incredible storylines followed by some wild plot twists. If you've already seen the series, what did you think of the finale? Sadly, I found it unsatisfying. The next must-watch is Never Have I Ever. Okay, I can't wait to see what Debbie's choice will be. Never Have I Ever comes from the mind of The Office's star Mindy Kaling, and it follows an Indian American teen in high school as she struggles to deal with grief and high school romances. Debbie finds herself in a difficult place following the sudden loss of her father. The series stars Maitri Ramakrishnan, Darren Barnett, Jaren Lewison, Richa Morjani, and Purna Jagannathan as central characters. A bit different but equally awesome show is The Vampire Diaries. If we have to choose between TBD, the originals, and legacies, we'll always choose TBD. Why? Because Damon, Stefan Salvatore, and Elena are still the most intense love triangle in the history of cinema. Stefan and Damon are two brothers who have been vampires for centuries. The brothers' lives take a wild turn when they meet a young girl, Elena, whose life also changes when she gets involved in the lives of these two brothers. Based on a series of books written by L.J. Smith, the series features an amazing cast ensemble starring Paul Wesley, Ian Somerhalder, Nina Dobrev, Kat Graham, and Candace King. Its spin-off Legacies was yet another hit that got cancelled. Legacies shares more similarities to Wednesday as it focuses on a young girl named Hope, played by Danielle Rose Russell. The spin-off to The Vampire Diaries aired for 4 seasons on the CW. As mentioned, it focuses on Hope Michelson, a half-vampire, half-werewolf, and half-witch, who attends the Salvatore School for the Young and Gifted, which is, yes, a boarding school for supernatural teens who are trying to learn how to control and use their powers. Hopefully we'll learn more about Wednesday's powers, visions, and the second installment.
You're an Addams? Don't tell me Gomez Addams is your father.
The last show you have to watch before Wednesday's Season 2 premieres is You. If you want to see yet another incredible performance by Jenna Ortega, You is the next show you need to watch. But you have to know that the actress doesn't show up until the second season of the series. The Netflix drama is based on the Caroline Kepnes novels, and it focuses on Joe Goldberg, a bookstore manager and a mentally unstable person who falls in love with women and, well, kills them. Per a report by Netflix, you need to smash that subscribe button and notification bell. This way, you'll never miss any of our videos in the future. You features Ortega as Joe's neighbor, Ellie. Did we forget to mention any series? Let us know. See you in the next video!